Hello, everybody, friends, family, strangers. It's so great to have you here. If you are here, I'm going to give it a few seconds just to see if anybody feels like jumping in live today. And in the meantime, I'll just share a little bit about myself. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jamie. I'm an alignment coach, I am a human design reader, and I am at heart a teacher, and specifically a yoga teacher, but now I've become a teacher of many, many things. And this is what I've realized through running the alignment series, which is my 10-week group coaching program that I am just in love with. You hear me talk about the alignment series a lot if you listen to me, if you watch what I do and what I say. And it's because I so deeply believe in it. And I've been running this program for over a year now. I've run it I'm currently in my 7th group, and there's been 6 humans in each group. And I have another one starting on Saturday, like this coming Saturday, April 12th. And I am on here because, yes, I would love a few more people to jump into this group. There are a few spots still available. But also I just want to give you an idea of what it's all about. So I am going to do a sample of the alignment series. I call it a taste of the alignment series. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to run it as if it's a session. So in the alignment series, there are 10 live sessions. And this is a program where I highly encourage you to be there live for these 10 sessions as much as possible. It's really, really valuable to be there. There's some programs you can take, and then you get to watch the replay in your own good time, and you get to take in the learning in your own good time. But there's some programs where it's really, really valuable to be there. So what I encourage is, yes, join this program. Yes, learn the things, practice the things, learn the tools, put them to use in your life, figure out what it is you want in this life. I'll share more about what it's all about later. But also commit to yourself. Commit this time to yourself. And I know how hard it is to do that. And anytime anybody shows up for one of my alignment sessions, for a human design coaching session, for a yoga class, I always remind them that to be proud of themselves, because I know how hard it is to choose yourself. And I know how much we put ourselves on the back burner. We have a list of valuable things, of important things that need to be done, that we need to take care of, and we get put at the bottom so often. This is my experience in running this group coaching program and having many conversations with women, is that what is almost needed most is carving out time for yourself. And to not just fill that time with busy work and with stuff we think we should be doing, right? Which is why this alignment series helps you figure out what it is you desire to be doing. What do you value in this life? What do you want to leave behind? What is your legacy? What do you want to look back from your deathbed and say, I fucking did that. I did that life. I did it good. It wasn't just like a blur, like when we're driving and every now and then we have a moment of like, oh my God, I don't remember the last 2.5 minutes. I think everyone has that, right? But that's how our life can become sometimes, is just the frickin' plowing ahead without intentionally making decisions about how you want to be living this amazing life of yours. So this is my hope for the alignment series, is to bring you this peace in who you are, in who you deeply and truly already are. Because I want to tell you something. The tools that I teach in the alignment series, they're not secret. They're not hidden secrets. They are very, very researchable. You can find them anywhere. You can read the self-help books. You can listen to the podcast. You can listen to my podcast even if you want. That does not belong to me. And you will learn so much. But it's until we put it to use, it's until we take action in our lives that will actually make an impact, right? We can know things. Great. That's so great. But then what are we doing with it? So in this group coaching program, I walk you. We walk together. We walk through it together. There is support. There is connection. There is community. It's so valuable, this connection right now. This is what is needed. This is one of my core values, is connection. And I see it so deeply in so many ways. And this is what I realize that I often need to come back to, is connection to myself. That's a big one. Taking time, space away from people, connect with myself, my breath, connection with each other too, with like-minded people who are here to live their best life, as cheesy as that sounds. Look, live, laugh, love. I had to buy this sweater from Dave Arnold, Arnie Wolfman on Instagram, because in my podcast, I kind of jokingly make fun of those posters at the end of my intro. And I say, as those posters say, live, laugh, love. And then I say laughing is my favorite, because it is. And one of my core values, another one, is fun. So core values are something we did discuss in the alignment series. I'll chat more about that later. This whole thing should take about, I'm hoping about 30, 40, 45 minutes roughly. So just so you can dedicate a little time to yourself if you feel like it. And the way every session begins, so there are 4 main themes, 4 main sessions. Those are the ones that are on Saturday mornings, starting this Saturday, 10 to 11:30. And then there's a check-in. So the sessions are only every 10 days. So it's not every Saturday morning you need to be there. It's not every Wednesday evening. It's every 10 days. So it's a Saturday, 10 days later, a Wednesday at 6 p.m., 10 days later, a Saturday at 10 a.m. The Saturday mornings are where the main themes are introduced, and those sessions are about an hour and a half long. And then the Wednesday evenings are about an hour and 15 minutes usually. And that's where we really check in. That's where we just get to discuss what's going on in each other's lives, in your lives, and how the tools that we're actually talking about and learning, how are we putting them to use in our life? We take time to dissect that. And the thing I want to say too about this series is that it's not a cookie cutter. Yes, there are 4 themes: acceptance, values, clarity, and then expansion. There are 4 themes, but what you do with it is totally up to you. And the way I teach it actually has evolved so much, because I am still learning, I am still growing, and I like to share a little bit on the fly. I realize that is my gift, is to be able to share in the moment and not have some scripted formula, which yes, I did take time to actually put some notes together, but I'm not going to read off of it because I know I speak better from the heart. So this is how this series is led by you, is from the heart. Is what do you want? What's going on in your life? You having relationships troubles? You having work troubles? Are you feeling really good, but you feel like it could still be a little bit better? Are you not sure what to do with your time that you have? Maybe there's some free time right now. What are we doing with that? Are you taking care of your health? Are you taking time for yourself? So whatever it is that you feel like you're a little bit stuck in, or maybe you just need a little bit of guidance and support, this is for that. This is for that. Okay, I just want to make sure. Oh yeah, and that's what I was saying before, is that you already have the tools that you need. I know it's so cheesy when people are like, you already have it inside of you. It's already there, but it's 100% true. And again, I know this based on experience for myself, and then also for anyone I've coached and I've led, is like, I'm not teaching you anything you don't know. You know it, but sometimes you just need that little push, okay? That push of encouragement to know that it's okay to say no, to know that it's okay to choose you. It's more than okay. It's actually super crucial. So with that said, we're going to start with a little movement practice like I do in my sessions. So as I said, every session in the alignment series begins with movement and breath. I believe that we need that. We need movement. We need this time to just, even if it's sitting and breathing, sometimes it's a little slower. We do a little meditation, a little bit of stretching. Sometimes it's flow, it's movement with breath. Either way, it's shifting our energy, and it's getting us out of here and into here, our gut. Okay, our deeper knowing inside of us. And this is where we want to be moving from. And this is also what the alignment series guides. So take a seat, take a comfortable seat. I didn't even grab a yoga mat today because I've got this really fun cushion from Society 6 that I really love. I rolled my ankle yesterday, so I'm going to see how this feels too. Not bad. Okay. One thing is, when I'm teaching any yoga class or any alignment series class, what I hope to teach is for you to become your greatest teacher. Is for you to know that your body actually knows what it needs. It does. You don't need me, but I can help. Okay, so taking a comfortable seat, let your shoulders relax. Just right away, drop them down. Close your eyes if you're comfortable to close your eyes, and let's breathe together. So take a deep inhale through the nose. Let it go out of the mouth. And again, with your next inhale, root through your seat, sit up a little bit taller. And as you exhale, soften, release, let go. And take a few more breaths, just breathing, simply breathing. Wherever you are, you don't even need to be seated on the floor. If you're sitting at your desk, stay there and breathe. Notice the subtle movements in the body. Know that every time there is movement and breath, sometimes just movement through breath, with awareness, there will be a shift. You don't even need to know what that shift is, it's happening. So the more we can take time to stop, to connect to ourselves, the more we can make waves. the more we can make decisions that are actually aligned for ourselves, for you. Take another deep breath in through the nose, out of the mouth. Now bring your hands over your heart space, or anywhere on your body, in fact. Maybe one to heart, one to belly. And feel the body move as you breathe. The first theme in our series is acceptance. And we begin with simply acceptance of physical body, acceptance of this physical shape that moves you through life. It's not going to come in one yoga class. It's not even going to necessarily come in one 10-week program. But we start the steps to change our language, to change our conversation, to change our self-talk. We start to become aware of the patterns, of the stories we've created about our physical body that aren't even true. And we start to find this deep acceptance of every little part that makes you, you. Take a deep breath in through the nose, sending love to every little nook and cranny. Bring your fingertips down to the ground, all 10 fingertips rooted to the earth, to whatever it is you're grounded upon. The next phase we move through in the alignment series is our values, our core values. I mentioned a couple of mine were connection. Another one of mine is fun. And what values do, what really narrowing down your values does, is helps you prioritize and helps you figure out what truly matters to you and helps you live a life that is super valuable to you. So as you feel this energy of your fingertips to the earth and feel this grounding sensation, know that what our values do is helps us ground to ourselves. They help you come back to you. So take a deep breath in, knowing you are safe, knowing you are connected to this moment, to yourself, to whatever it is you value. Take a deep breath. And then rest the backs of your hands to your legs with your palms turned up and your fingers just naturally curled. First, again, bring awareness to your spine, because all of this work takes awareness. All of this work, we need to be aware of our thoughts, of our decisions, of how we are choosing to move through our day. So we take a deep breath in, finding length, consciously sitting here. Noticing your palms up, open, ready to receive whatever it is you are meant to receive. Entering this alignment journey, the more you can do it with openness, without any expectations of how it's meant to look, how it's meant to go down, how you're meant to feel, what you're meant to receive at the end of it, the more you will receive exactly what you need. So we are open. And at the same time, take focus to the space between your fingers. Take notice of this space that naturally happens as your fingers naturally relax. Know that to be open to what we are meant to receive, we often need to let go of what is no longer serving you. So imagine releasing through the tips of your fingers or the space between your fingers anything that has been holding you back, anything that is not actually bringing joy to your life anymore or lighting you up, any heaviness that you feel like you've been carrying for a really long time, but that you don't need to carry anymore. Let it release between your fingers. Take another deep breath in through the nose and out of the mouth. Take your palms together at your heart and begin rubbing your palms. The third phase is clarity. We become a little bit more clear, sometimes a lot more clear, on where we are going, on what it is you desire in this life, on the dreams that you want to bring to life, on your goals, on any habits you want to put in place, on any rituals you want to create. This is the time to take action and move in the direction that feels so aligned for you. So keep rubbing your hands and knowing that step by step, day by day, you get to move closer to this dream life of yours. Take space between your hands and feel the openness. Feel what you've created, the energy, any tingling. Take your palms softly back together. As you breathe in, reach your palms up towards the sky. Let your eyes open. On the exhale, take a twist to the left side. Bring your right hand to your left thigh or knee, left fingertips behind you. Just gently gazing over your shoulder. Let your shoulders draw down. And take a few breaths. The final phase is expansion. And this is where the journey truly begins. Take one more deep breath in. Let it go. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky, and we'll take a gentle twist to the other side. Ground your hands wherever they need to ground. Might be on a cushion. Gazing over your shoulder. So this is when you just get to take off in the direction you're actually meant to go. When you get to feel a whole lot lighter because you've gotten to know yourself a whole lot better. One more deep breath. Keep your left hand where it is. Cross your right arm over top of left. Take an inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, round the back. Let the head drop down. Move anything you're sitting on if that feels better. It's all about making little shifts to feel a little bit better. Drop your head down. Roll your head a little side to side and grip onto your legs or your knees. Feel this opening in your back and breathe. Breathe into this expansion on your back body, into the space that you've created. And the thing is, we need to eliminate to create. So we've closed up our front side, we've bowed down, and we've opened the back of the heart. What can you release to create space for what truly matters to you? Take one more deep breath in through the nose. Out of the mouth. Roll yourself up to sit tall, and then place your hands wherever it feels good to place them. Palms down, palms up, to the body or in front of the heart. And we close right here. We take a breath in through the nose, out of the mouth as we bow head to heart, self to self. If you join me on this little mini alignment journey, thank yourself for being present, for being here, for taking time for yourself. Marley's joined us as well. And thank you all so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed that tiny little, more so meditation than movement. But as I mentioned, in every series, in every session, in every live session we have together, it always starts with movement. Sometimes it's a little more still, sometimes it's a little more vivacious. So now I just want to share with you a little bit more. I gave a glimpse as to how each theme goes. So I just want to share a little bit more about that. So for the acceptance piece, it's really about acceptance of all the things. And like I said, it's not going to happen in one swift class, in one swift breath, or even in one swift 10-week program. So we start the process. We start the process by bringing in awareness, catching our thoughts, because our thoughts can be very powerful, can be very magical. They can also be very limiting. They can also be very fear-based, and they can also hold us back a whole lot. They can also be very unkind. This is my experience with this too. And even in myself, I've been doing this work for quite a long time. I'm leading myself so that I can lead you. I'm constantly catching my thoughts. Even the other day when I finished a 6-week yoga session, or a week ago, something like that, I closed my computer after the final class and I immediately went to this place of, well, I guess that's it. I guess no one's going to sign up for my program anymore. I guess no one's taking my yoga classes anymore. I guess that I'm done. And it was wild. And I knew immediately when I went to that place that it was not true. That is not truth. And next thing you know, I'm starting a new session and I got a whole bunch of new people in it. It's not truth when we have these stories in our heads. So we start there. We start with just noticing and then rewriting the stories. If you feel like you have parts of your physical body that you don't like because that's what we're told to not like about ourselves, how can we rewrite that? You have to rewrite it for yourself. I can guide you, but it really takes you doing that work. So we start there because your body is freaking magical. It's amazing for all it does for you. And this is why I bring the yoga in as well, to just remind you, Look how beautiful this stretch feels in your body. It doesn't matter what it looks like. How does it feel? Does it make you feel better? That's amazing. Right? Okay. And then acceptance of past. Acceptance comes in so many layers. So acceptance of this journey that has brought you to where you are right this very second, even if you're watching me here right now. It's brought you here, right? There's so many experiences we've had in our lives that have taught us. They've taught us lessons. They've allowed us to grow. So how can we look back on our life and instead of picking out the things that we did wrong, that we regret, how can we look back and say, holy crap, I made it. I did it. That was super hard. And look at me. I survived. I'm here. And I'm empowered because of it. This is the language we want to start to bring in more so, okay? And then there's acceptance of the season of life you are in. So what's going on in your life right now? I'm in a season where I'm working on this business. I'm running a new yoga session. I'm starting a new alignment group. There's a course I'm creating on the backside as well. And I'm opening a marina, restaurant, bar on May 22nd here out in the Eastern Townships, which is a whole other like actual marina season. So what I've decided is to take time during this season of life that I'm in right now to take moments to rest and relax and have a whole lot of fun. So when a friend says she'd like to come out and visit and do a cold water dip with me on a Friday afternoon, I'm taking Friday afternoon off. I'm stepping away from the computer and I'm going into the lake with her. See you there, Kaylin. But that's it. It's choosing every single day, choosing again, and taking moments to choose yourself. That is so important and it is so powerful. When you start to choose yourself more and set these boundaries, that is maybe pushing some people away, or just for that moment saying, sorry, I can't be there for you today. Sorry, I can't help you with that today. I got to help myself. I got to choose me. They're going to be like shaken up a little. Let's shake shit up. Let's do this, okay? Because then eventually they're going to really learn, the right people, the people that are really in your life because they love you, they'll honor you. They'll honor your boundaries because they're going to see that you are happier, that you are more free, that you are having so much fun in your life. They're going to see that and then they're going to want to do that for themselves too. So you get to give them permission as well when you start to choose yourself more. So where are you at in your life, in this current state in your life? Can we be super accepting of that without trying to change it or cram more in? We don't need to. You got enough. You got enough going on there. So acceptance, that's part of it. And during this acceptance phase, we talk about confidence. Confidence. Are you a confident person? Do you have confidence? Is it cocky to have confidence? Is it bad to have confidence? I'm showing up here being all like, I know what's up. I know what I'm doing. I've been working on it. That's why I can show up this way. So I am not always confident, but I am working hard as hell on it because I realize that with confidence comes so many things. It comes growth. And the way we can work on this feeling of confidence is through several layers. And what I believe truly is, first of all, love yourself. And that comes in that acceptance piece, that self-talk. How are we talking to ourselves? Can you become your own best friend? That's part of the work, right? As cheesy as that sounds. I'm going to stop saying that though, because things aren't cheesy. It's truth. It's truth. Just become your own best friend. And then we're like, oh my God, you're amazing. Look at what you did. You messed that up and you're still kicking? Amazing. You're amazing. So we learn to love ourselves. And then we learn to value ourselves. We know our value. We know our worth. This is a huge conversation, especially with women, not to stereotype. You are worthy as you are. You don't need to prove yourself. This is all truth. Okay, we hear these messages and you're like, yeah, but I still feel like I need to like do all this extra stuff to show that I'm a hardworking person. I still feel like I need to show up and do that thing so I feel like a good daughter or a good employee or a good dog mother. You don't need to. You don't need to prove yourself. You're worth it, just as you are. So even if it's through affirmations, that's great. Repeating that to yourself, great. And then show yourself that you're worth it. The stuff we work on in the alignment series. I love it. Friggin' love it. And finally, trust yourself. Trust yourself to know that you have what you need inside of you. Trust yourself to know that when you are making a decision that seems wild, because it's coming from your gut, from your instincts, from your intuition, that it's actually the right decision for you. Trust that. Trust that. And try it. I'm going to talk more about this when I get to human design, because this is also part of the alignment series, but trust, listen, and then do the damn thing without going up to here, without scaring yourself and limiting yourself and saying, you can't do that. Who are you to think you can do that? No, So we trust, okay? So that's part of the acceptance. I'm trying to keep this really brief, as brief as possible. And then values. So this is where, and I mentioned it several times now, Marley might start to bark. That's live TV for you, eh? So values. Ask yourself, what matters to you most in life? What matters to you? What matters to you? When you're on your deathbed, when you look back, what do you want to be able to say? I want to be able to say, that was really fun. Fun is a deep core value of mine. And of course, everybody wants fun. And this is the thing with values. This is why it's really encouraged. And if you've read any Brene Brown, she talks a lot about this, to narrow it down. Because yes, authenticity, nature, family, fun, respect, integrity, passion, friendship, connection, community. There's so many. Anyways, I have lists. You can Google lists, actually. They're there. But when you start to look at them and you're like, I want that. I like that. I would like to be patient. Patience could be a core value of mine. And I remember one of my coaches, Jackie Carr, who talked about this, was like, yeah, I said patience was my value. And my husband was like, So we have aspiring values. That's part of it. That's part of it too. But we also have values that we are currently living. And the more we can connect with them and move forward with them, the more we can really, again, just be so connected to ourselves. And values not only help us ground, come back to us, they help us grow. For example, my value of connection, such a big one, such a common one actually, has helped me create this alignment series. Because I value it so much, I've been working on connection to self, connection to breath. Yoga is literally connection to body, breath, and mind. And then connection to you guys, even my Instagram community or my Facebook community, or literally people that I've never met in person who I connect with here. It means the absolute world to me. And this is what helps me keep going. This is what fuels me. It fuels me. So of course it's one of my core values. And then it's helped me grow because I've been using it to grow this alignment series and to become a more truer version of myself who's doing what I freaking love and I'm passionate about in life. Okay? Values. We work on that. Then at some point midway through, so about just after the values mark, I pass you your human design reading. At this point, I've collected your time of birth, date of birth, location of birth. If you're just joining, I'm talking about my alignment series that starts on Saturday. So I'm just giving a little glimpse of everything that's involved. So human design, what is it? It gives you the blueprint of your soul. No, but it gives you your, it does, but it gives you your energetic mapping. It tells you how you're energetically wired. It's a combo of astrology, astronomy, the chakras, I Ching, the Kabbalah tree of life, all of this stuff, partially science, partially woo. It is the science of differentiation. It's this great big reminder that you are you and I am me. And you get to move through life as you and make decisions in that way. There's a specific way according to your human design that is not this, actually. And I get to make decisions in my way, which for me is my gut, is my sacral. Coming on here, I was like lit up. I was excited to do this. And if you can't see it, you're not having your eyes open or something. No, but this is what lights me up, okay? Making that big transition of teaching yoga to kids to becoming an alignment coach is because I wasn't lit up by teaching yoga to kids anymore. And that was scary to say for a long time, but now I'm okay saying that. So we got to do what fires our soul. Because again, we're growing our legacy. We're building our legacy every single day. So you build yours, you grow yours, okay? I can help with that. So human design does this. And what I like to do, I like to give your human design reading to you partway through this series is because some of you I already know, but some of you I don't know very well yet, or I don't know at all. So I get to know you in those first few sessions. And then I get to give a really personalized reading. Because human design is very like, if you have an open head center, you're taking in other people's thoughts. Anyone with an open head center, technically, that's how that works. You don't technically have your own source of inspiration. You're receiving inspiration from outside of yourself. But if I know about you, I get to bring in for little examples that might really resonate with you. So that's why I like doing it partway through. And then we use another session to talk more about human design. If there are any questions, I'm open to that, of course. And also what I throw in, so the alignment series is $511. And if you want the added bonus of 2 one-on-one coaching calls, it's 644 Canadian dollars. And I'm realizing more and more that this is an absolute bargain, not to just like try to push you, but it is an absolute bargain. And it's going up in the fall when I run this next. So I'm not trying to put any like fear upon you, but I'm just worth more now. That's all that is. And so, yeah. Anyways, that's just an option, because sometimes the group setting is amazing, but then sometimes you need a little bit of one-on-one to just like get a little deeper, to dive a little deeper. So that's an option. Then the third phase, clarity. Everything feels so clear now. No, not always. That's it. I remember one in particular, she got to that phase and she was like, everything is worse. Everything is so much less clear. And I was like, perfect. You're doing the work. You're stirring the shit up. Now the dust is all up in the air. Just wait. It's going to land. It's going to settle. And then there's going to be moments of clarity. There's going to be parts of your life that feel more clear. But this is the phase where we start to dive more into our desires. We have a session where we work on our desires list. I have a visualization that I give you to go deeper into this space of desire. Not need, not even really want, desire from down here. Okay. And just, it's also, because I like to give different options of words. Some people love goals. So we talk about goals, but I like calling it desires. Some people like calling it dreams or habits or rituals, or all these words that can just give you this sort of fuel towards moving towards something that you actually want in life. So then we start to take the steps. That's where the action piece comes in that I mentioned. So first, awareness, then intention. What's our intention behind what we're doing in life? Every single day, what's your intention to show up here today? Why are you doing this? For me, why I wanted to start a meditation practice, but I had to dive deep into what my intention was to actually make it a thing. Because if it's because the research says it's a good idea, that's not going to make me do it. That intention is not deep enough inside of me to do that. If it's because I need time for myself, purely for myself, that's going to be the reason. That is a deep, true intention. So what's the reason behind what it is you're doing? Even joining the alignment series, what's the reason behind it? You know, that's got to be really important, and it's got to be really rooted into you. And then you'll show up for it. That's really it for anything that you have a deep intention behind. So action, intention, and then, start over. Awareness, intention, figure that out, what that is for you, and then action. Then we take action, right? So baby steps. I'm such a believer. This gets talked about so much. Baby steps every day. One little move in the direction of what it is you desire. And if you don't put a timeline on it, if you don't put crazy heavy expectations on it, it's going to happen. It'll happen. Don't know when, but it'll happen. I 1,000,000,000% believe in that, because I've lived it too. So I have real life proof. And I've seen it. Not just me. And then expansion, the last phase, expansion. It's so vague. It's so broad. It really is, right? It's big. It's wide. It's spacious. This is where you really leap. This is where it all begins. You've figured things out. You've connected more with yourself. Just from my experience of leading people, of leading mostly women, one brave, beautiful man, Joshua, I love so much. This is where you really get to start moving as you, because this whole thing is about finding you, about connecting to you. Who are you? Who am I? I learn more and more every day who I am, and it's amazing. It's so fun. So this is part of this journey. And then every day you get to keep going. You get to keep moving, and you got to come back to these tools. Because the Facebook group that comes with this series is always there. So I actually was just looking back on another group's, in the group from like a few sessions ago, and I was scrolling through it. I was like, wow, there's some good stuff in here. So I sent a reminder to the people that have taken this series, like, this is still available. Go back to that. Because we need the reminders. We always need the reminder. Hi, Carol. Carol, someone who took an alignment series with me. I'm just giving a little glimpse of the alignment series. So that's it. Those are the 4 phases. And like I said, every Saturday morning is the main theme. Every Wednesday evening is a check-in. This is going to go from April 17th till June 30th, which sounds far away, right? That's like summer almost, or really is summer actually. And don't freak out if you can't make it live to a session. You can get the recording, but as I mentioned at the start, it's really, really crucial to be there live. So I'll just give a few little like housekeeping, anything else that comes along with this. As I mentioned, it's 511 this next session. After that, it's going up. And to be honest, like the fall, I'm saying I'm going to start another group in the fall, but like, I don't know where I'm going to be at, to be perfectly honest with you. Okay. So I live every day listening to my gut and trying to be guided from that. And it's helped me so much as an entrepreneur to move in that way. It really like has made me just be like more and more lit up by what I'm doing, and also eliminate things that don't light me up anymore. So we'll see in the fall. I might be a different person after this marina season. So all that to say is this is the next group for a while, especially at this price, because then it's going up. Get your human design reading, which are going to be few and far between coming up over the next months. So you could also just get a human design reading with me for $133, $211 for a human design reading and a coaching call. But I have like a handful of spaces available like over the end of this month and in May. So anyways, this is just like a guaranteed in for that. And then once you're in, girl or boy, potentially, but it's really the female population or identifying as is really where this is at, what it's for. You're in my Alignment for Life group on Facebook, where I've been attempting to have a monthly coaching realignment session. So for like $24, we do another session together with a certain theme, and you guys come with any issues or problems or whatever's going on in your life, and we dissect it and we work through it. I tried to do it on Saturday nights. It was not working. So this next month, I'm going to switch that up. But you're in. And that's just specific to people who have taken the alignment series. That's only for you guys. So it's just, you're going to be my priority. That's the thing. Anyone in the past. So there's 42 people who have been in my groups, and then this added 7. So I've got about 50 people in my circle, my community, who I'm really going to prioritize. And those who I've done human design readings for too. Okay. Only because I have to prioritize at this point. And I will be taking in new clients for sure again in the fall. But right now, this season of life, I have to be careful. I have to prioritize and be a little bit more selective. I'm just making sure that I cover everything. Oh, 2 more things. It's for all ages, all walks of life. It doesn't matter where you are in life, and it doesn't matter how old you are. I've had people as young as late 20s and then some in their late 60s. So everybody and anybody can benefit from this. And I believe we're always learning, we're always evolving, we're never too old to grow and to learn about ourselves. I did a human design, a glimpse, it was like a mini human design reading for this woman who was 70 something, and I was amazed she knew her time of birth. And she was just like, yeah, I'm never too old to grow. I'm always learning. I'm like, oh, I love that. I want to be that. I am that. And then also one final little bonus that you get is the alignment toolkit. This is in the process. This is what I was talking about at the start that I'm creating on the back end is a course. It's like a mini, it's almost what I did today in this, but it's 7 videos that are pretty succinct. I'm trying to keep it very doable because my goal is for you to do the thing. It's not for you to just like listen and try to cram it in, and it's for you to schedule 15 minutes for yourself, listen to the video, and then schedule 15 minutes for yourself the next day to do the work. So it's going to be really, really accessible. You'll get this for free. That's so, and because I think we need to constantly come back to it, right? Like anyone who's been in my early series have been like, I'm so out of alignment right now. And it's like, that's okay. We all do this. Alignment isn't this, it is this. How do you handle the moments when you feel like everything is out of control? These are the tools that help us do that. Okay, so any last thing? Also, you're not alone. You're not alone. And then that's just one final thing. I keep saying that, but that I've learned from this series and having amazing conversations with these amazing human beings is that we are not alone. We are here for each other. And the people who have been in my group, sometimes they don't agree on certain things in life, but it doesn't matter. The support is so huge. And there's been really amazing connections and relationships that have formed from these groups. And people have like put themselves out of their comfort zone by showing up to this and then speaking in front of people through Zoom to people that they don't even know, which would maybe be very scary. But then the growth, and everybody's a friggin' teacher. The stuff that I learned from my clients, from the people in these groups, sometimes I'm like, you guys should be running this. Like, you are amazing. So just the stuff we learn from each other, from your fellow group members, is like so badass. It's so, so powerful. So if this interests you, jump on in. And if not, that's okay too. I hope you were able to take something from this today. And if anything, it's just like, how you live in your life? How do you want to be? How can you choose yourself more? How can you say no more? So you got this. You got this. And if you need help getting this, send me a message. I have 4 spots left. We start on Saturday, and I am so excited. The 2 women who are in also, I love. I kind of know, sort of, and I think it's going to just be so much fun. So don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions about anything. I'm here for you, and thank you for joining me. If you joined me, I know how precious your time is. Okay, bye.